Happy Tuesday to you too, Sharon. Hello. Welcome to the stream. It's a little technical difficulties here today, but got everything sorted. All right, let's see here. How was your weekend? Hope you had a nice, relaxing one. So I need to finish I've got a series here that I thought would be really cute, but first snacks and then but first a nap. I have other ideas too that I'm gonna work on, but I want to get these done first. I also have the idea for a new challenge coin that is based on the bloom where you're planted idea. Maybe the design a little bit, but it's gonna be the larger letters on the back, kind of like the "You got this" and "Be kind" are. My weekend was pretty good, but never long enough. Oh, good. Mine was all right. Mine, I got some stuff done, which I needed to get done, but I never have enough time, it seems. I had hoped I would get more of these product files done than I did. Should I do but first or... It looks so silly. Floop is silly, especially when snacks are involved. See here. Let me see. I kind of had a well, I can't call it a John Hughes weekend, but it was definitely a Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn weekend. I think I watched a couple that I hadn't seen in ages, Overboard, and then I watched, what was the other Kurt Russell movie? Oh gosh, I watched Executive Decision, and that one always has a special place in my heart because I mean it's a classic 90s action movie, but this one in particular my mom loved, or I think she still does. He doesn't make many movies anymore, but she loves Steven Seagal movies, and so she was so hyped for this movie coming out because it had so many actors in it that she loved, plus Steven Seagal, and he dies in the first like 20 minutes. and the marketing around the movie was such that it was a Steven Seagal movie. Like, oh my gosh. And the thing was, we went to see it in the theater and she was so upset. And yeah, so it was billed as a Steven Seagal movie, but he actually only has about 20 to 30 minutes of screen of existence in the movie before he is sacrificed to the plot. My favorite Kurt Russell is Follow Me Boys from the 60s. Oh, I've not seen that one. I'll have to check it out. Overboard has always been one of my favorites of his. I adore Goldie Hawn, and they just had such great chemistry in that movie, and it was fun. That's quite the marketing campaign. Oh, I know, it was, but it was like, it was right in the kind of the hot zone for Steven Seagal movies, like Under Siege and all of those. And so another one is, it just, yeah, it was fun. The plot of the movie it's kind of like, if I remember right, it came out right close to Air Force One. So, you know, Harrison Ford's famous "Get off my plane," that line. So it kind of came out during that. So the plot is a hostage situation on an airplane, and the twist in this one is that they have this technology capability that they can dock with a plane in flight and get like a rescue team on there, because the plane is carrying some nerve gas agent or something that they're basically saying, we're gonna dump this over the eastern seaboard. So they have to get on there and stop the plane before it gets there. And yeah, so that's the plot of that one. I saw another one. There was Overboard. It was Executive Decision. I think Ferris Bueller's Day Off was in there somewhere. It may have been a Thursday or a Wednesday deal, but I hadn't seen that one. I mean, it was one that I watched just almost religiously growing up, and I hadn't seen it in a long time. Wonder if I can get the cheaps to show up. Cheaps are coming back. I want to do But First and Nap as well, so I'm going to use the same, I'll make these as stickers as well, but I want to use the same format, so it'll be the banners top and bottom, and then the kind of seal, and then I'll have a nap, floof snapping in the center on that one. But I think this is good. I can move that out. Oh, it did start on my... I want to do But First and Nap as well. I think I'll need to make this thicker too before I call the design done. You like tea? Yes, I do. I don't drink it often in the summer, but in the winter I definitely do. I actually used to have a nighttime, I guess for lack of a better word, nighttime ritual where I would do some tea before bed. My favorite was the yogi bedtime tea, for that one at least. I do like the let me see, the Tazo. Tazo has a lot of good ones. These are all brands that I can find here in Texas, but is it positive? There's an energy one that is really good. There is peach detox. That one's so good. I like that one. It tastes a lot like a Christmas tea flavor, kind of that with those spices, but it's herbal, so there's no caffeine in it. That one's really good. And there's a positive energy one that I really like. What other Tazo? No, that's not Tazo, is it? I think it's Yogi. Those are the two main brands I get. I want to strengthen this silhouette on this pin a little bit further. Delete this and duplicate this so I strengthen the outlines on. Oh, started grouping him, didn't I? I'm not sure I want to use two different types of A's, so I'm just going to bring this A over here. But first, a nap. Should I do a nap or sleep? I could try both. But sleep is kind of visually close to snacks, so I think maybe this will be better if I do it this way. I'll do a pillow here. I have a couple of them kind of nestled against each other. I'll go ahead and group this. That, oh, just figured out here. I wonder if I could do a couple of different colors as pillows, because I feel like they should be kind of nestled into a pillow here. Just a nap. Do more sparkles over here because why not? Feel like a nap is quite necessary sometimes. I think I'm just gonna just bring this whiskey up. I'm just gonna fill in this little spot here because I want to minimize the possibility of mistakes. I feel like snacks needs a star. Could use one of these as a tote. All right, let's work on tea time. I wanted to do, I have several different ideas. I need to do the pizza box one. So any of these or all of these can also be stickers too, so. I am not quite. Let's see if I can't get it at a little better spot. Better. The one I wanted to fix up though. There we go. And let's see if I can't get that smoothed out. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Make her ears more thick. She's more perky looking up at you. instead of having the curved ear over here. In which case, are they going to be, let's just figure this out. I want to tuck her ears behind her head. With that, I can move her forehead stripes up. Bring her face up too. All right, let's get this teacup going. Sometimes I just can't get the natural bias to bring it up on the right hand side since my arm is smoothing up. Do I want to make this teacup larger? I'm kind of doing a throwback to the cup of Momochi, one of the first actually, design with Momo. Let's combine these two. See if I can't get this a little bit smoother. That might work. Back end of the teacup there. I like with her face up a little more. Do her heart tail kind of out here, but you wouldn't really see what it is. Make her ears behind her head. Just commit to the bit. Okay, what I'll do is just duplicate. Harder, not harder, right? Something's missing from Momo. So she's tall, so if I have, let's do a box. So if this is the area I have, I may as well use it all. She's going to be a tall pin this way. So why don't we make the handle a little wider? That could almost be a cutout, but that will make her a lot more expensive to produce. So I don't know if I want to do that. Weird. Like a sunrise, like a sunburst. glosser in here. So if I do that, and if I do kind of like the sunrise spotlight type backdrop here, I'm taking a little bit more advantage of my space, making a bigger pin. I'm also, okay, I think this could work. I'm gonna duplicate, oops, not that. I'm gonna duplicate this. I'll leave that over there, and then I'm going to expand this. And let's just cut it down to where it needs to be. And it also allows me to put a bunch of hearts in here. I do look up. I'm gonna have to go get some ibuprofen here for a minute, because this thing is kicking and it's right here, which means it's ocular, so I don't know what's going on with my eyes, but we'll get some ibuprofen and hopefully get that fixed here. Just a second. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I get back, and for the longest time, the last thing I saw in chat was, do you like tea? And so, hello, Dee, welcome to the stream. Let me catch up on here with some chat. Sure, who would be a good manufacturer? Had one in drafts for a while. Ariana, hello, welcome to the stream. Sorry I missed you guys. I had chat that was not working, and I did not know it was not working. So that's frustrating. And I have it on live chat too. All right, such a welcoming community. So human art, well, yes, indeed. Health medicine, yeah. Thank you so. It's gonna kick in. It usually takes about 30 minutes. I don't know why, but sometimes I just get a bit of an, well, when I don't get migraines, but I think some of the things that do happen qualify, and I just usually get it handled before the migraine big thing kicks in. I've only had like a few of those, like really horribly bad ones, but what usually happens to me is that I'll get an aural, like a distortion in my vision that it'll start out like some little sparklies, and then it'll grow. It'll turn into a C shape, like a crescent moon, and then it grows and expands out across my vision. And I can't see when the C is about like right here because it's all sparkles. And so I could read, but it's peripheral only. So when that happens, all I can do is lay down, turn off the lights, and just let it pass and take, you know, proper medication. But that's really the only bad, weird thing that happens. This isn't one of those. It's one that actually has pain to it, but it's not that bad. It's just kind of kicking right here, and hoping that will go away. Yeah, the few real ones, and I know there are people that just suffer from these horribly, and I'm so grateful that I've only had like one or two. But there was one I remember, it was in the middle of the night, and this was a long time ago. But that one was, and I think it was probably compounding on itself because I couldn't move, and so that was stressed, and so I started tensing up. And so, like, anytime I just moved my head left or right, it was excruciating. So that was one where I was just laying there and hoping that it would pass quickly. But I've only had a few of those, thankfully, ever. But the oral thing, when that first happened, I thought I was going blind, and I was freaking out, actually. Sounds like ocular. I'm sorry, I got the wrong word, oral. Ocular migraine. Yes, they do, and it's just, the first time I had it, I was going through just like down the list, like what if I don't see again? Well, how can I, what am I going to do? How can I draw without being able to see? Like, well, maybe I could just go to writing, and that whole thing happened like, within 30 minutes. And then it just spreads out and it leaves, but it's easier for me to deal with regular migraines than the ocular migraines. Yeah, it's just, those, I feel there's a certain trigger, but I haven't quite nailed it down. And I feel like it's when I switch from contacts to glasses or have differing focal distances. Like, for example, if I'm working on the computer, on my monitor right here, but also on my tabletop, like I'm taking notes or I'm drawing or something, if I keep switching these focal distances, I feel that's like when it kicks in and gets really, really nasty. But yeah, it's just, all I can do is just lay down and let it pass. I remember there was one not too long ago that happened before a stream. I just took 30 minutes and laid down and let it pass. Gwen, hello, welcome to the stream. Does the cursive T have that little kick? I feel like that's the F. Yeah, it does. Thank you. Remember, if I'm going to do the cursive, I have to do it right. Oh, that was good up until the E. I think what I need to do is, if I do the cursive, my room is gonna be limited, so. Better. I feel like this one's not acceptable. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Do I want to duplicate these? No. Add some details here. Too big. Something here. I'll sit for a minute. I'll work on another one. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to cut it and paste it in front. Just have a backup. Whoops, do that either. Let's take this out. Right there. Okay, so we got tuxie, pizza, that's a definite, but first snacks, but first a nap. All right, let's see. I also have, I want to play around with a floof like I did the donut disturb floof looking in a donut box. I was going to try maybe a pizza box since the theme this year is pizza with Tuxie's pizza plush. So I've got that idea. I also want to try a floof mushroom. And then I have a cute other idea. So let's get those. Let me expand this. Ibuprofen, kick in, please. Live design review? What does that mean? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, interesting, but okay. It's out. I've got floof mush, I've got coffee and drama, and the food. I'm just gonna sketch this one out. Going to be something like change the expression here. I think I need more space up top, but I don't want to have a top heavy pin. That's a tall pin. I do something like that though. Just fussing around with this and trying to make it work a little bit better. Not sure if this is how it'll work, but possibly. Coffee doesn't look like a word anymore. Something like that. I thought I had this grouped. There we go. Are these pins or badges? These are pins. I might turn some of them into stickers as well. But for right now, I'm just doing the artwork for pins. Well, this isn't the final lettering, but this is just kind of getting it sort of where I want it to be. I think I'll make this like a decorated wheel here, like something like that. Like a kissy face. Daystream is very like quiet or peaceful, I guess. I hope that's a good thing. Could do that, or I could do a floof with a big coffee on his head. So like this. Do something like that. Oh, you like the cat reels? I'm glad. She was serving it this weekend. She got her grass, and she was doing, you know. Did I film the one? Yes, I did. I posted the one where she was in the sunbeam, just kind of on her back. Was being a cutie. I could do that. Yeah, I think that actually would work well. I think that would work better if I had the... I mean, this is dramatic, but it's a little bit harder to read. So I'm gonna take out Drama Floof. Ibuprofen's starting to work. Starting to kick less. Yeah, I think that might work better. To have a very enthusiastic floof. All right, so that'll be. All right, so next up is Mush Floof. I love that one, but I understand that it's probably not going to be a good seller. The Mush Floofs, yeah, I mean, it was more of a autumn design, but I really love drawing them with those mushroom hats. This, maybe a toadstool, because we're gonna have limited colors anyway, because the floofs are white. I don't do the inset. I could if I screen printed it. I've never really tried doing a screen printed design on a pin yet, but I feel like I have to have a solid design idea before I dive into that. I kind of want the design to lead and not the, ooh, I want to use this special thing. Like 10% coffee, 90% drama. I like that. That's good. Tea time, but first snacks, but first a nap. I think these are strong. These are strong. All right, let's think about the food coma idea. It's going to be so similar to Donut Disturb, though. I don't know. Let's see. Good pizza pun. I feel like I need a pizza pun. Let's find some pizza puns. Pizza puns. Oh, wait a minute. You've got a piece of my heart. Oh shoot, I kind of want to do something like that. You've got a piece of my heart. Oh no. I've got this tuxie with that matches the plush. Okay, I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna roll. We're gonna do it. I'll figure it out. How are we gonna do that? So I could do like instead of a more cartoony slice like this, I could do a pizza pie with a slice missing. How do we do? There's the pizza. It almost looks like a Pac-Man right now. Got a piece in my heart. I feel like could do it down here. Something like that, a little carved out half type deal. And Floof could be up here. He's eating a slice, but the slice, I want to make sure it looks like a heart. That is going to be really good. Oh, if I can get this design right, I think that might be a winner. I'm gonna have to use a font though, because I don't think my writing gonna have to do it very small. Let's bring us down. Do it all caps. I could make that work. I could make that work. I just need to clean it up and move the text around. I could make that work. I could put a little mushroom on here too. Mushroom. Pepperonis and mushrooms. Details on the crust. And then maybe the little cut marks. Oh, I like that. All right. I think that's a winner. If only I can get it right. So some of these may end up just being stickers. I might not do all of these. I kind of had planned 5 designs for new pins, and I mean, I wanted to do like I had done last year, matching set with Momo strawberry. I did their strawberry pin. I did the strawberry t-shirt, strawberry plush. And this year I'm doing I've got the Tuxie pizza design done, of course the plush, and then the matching pin right here as a set. And then I like the coffee and drama though. And we've got a pizza in my heart. That one is stronger. That, oh, I had saved in ages. Not good. No. Do some little details here and there on this. This might be one of the eliminated ones. Your PC's cable management was also nice. Yeah, you know, I'll show you my my secret for cable management. It's this stuff. This is a roll. It's Velcro, and you just take the piece that you need, snip it off, and then you can create, you know, whatever little straps for cable management that you need. I also use it to keep my cords, like, you know, charger cords, all of that under control. But yeah, no, this is, I think this is the 30 feet. This is a 1/2 inch. And I think I actually had to, the original set that I got was for Christmas. So it was like red or whatever. And it was for, you know, all your Christmas cable management. And I ran out of that and I was like, okay, let's, you know, I'm sure it'll be around. I had to really look to find it. But yeah, I like the 1/2 inch because it works for the cables, especially the larger ones like the Ethernet size and the stuff for your computer. It works well. That and labeling my cords. Oh yeah, no, I haven't gotten that far. I had to do, or rather get on board with cable management because Fat Cat, she loved to chew computer cords. And so I had to go through and actually sleeve all of my cords. And she chewed through those plastic cord guards too. So when I went back there and checked, and yeah, little chew marks all the way down. And the thing was, I could never catch her doing it. But she was the one, well, I did catch her doing it. I'll say, because I knew, that's how I knew it was her. But Momo and EL never did that. It was Fat Cat. And so I had to kind of get accustomed to doing that early. And Coco, she doesn't chew the cords, but she rubs her snoot on them. And it makes me nervous because all she has to do is just, you know, bite. She doesn't do that yet, but I am worried that's the progression. Oh, also, I'm gonna do, I don't think it's in stores yet. I have to check my local one, but the scented blind box pins have dropped on boxlunch.com. And I'm super excited. Let me actually I want to do a screen cap real quick so I can show you. I was going to do a recording, screen record, and then let's get out of this group quick. Oh, it's kind of potato quality, but so the scent should match the fruit. So this is peach, Pudge is peach, Momo is a strawberry, Coco is an apple, and then I've got lemon floof, I've got berry floof, and then I've got cherry floofs. I super hope that I can get this lemon floof. He's always been my favorite. I loved it that he, you know, got all excited about this big lemon, and then he tried it and was just like, what did I do? And I really, really like how they turned out. I've seen pictures. I don't actually have physical samples of these, but I'm really excited to see these and do the whole blind box experience with that. But yeah, that's the box I designed, and there's 6 different ones. So she told me that once they hit the store online, usually about 2 weeks, it takes to them to trickle down to physical stores. So I'm hopeful that there's a brand new box lunch right close to me. I'm hopeful that they will get like new stuff and have these in there. So I'm gonna go check and keep a vigilant watch. And I'll let you know as soon as they're actually in physical stores, but they are online, and I am so excited to see these. And I just found that last night. I've had a cat that would chew cords a bit. Her main go-to, however, was tape and rubber bands. Yes, that was EL. EL loved any type of sticky tape, like adhesives, envelopes, if there was like a sticky adhesive on the envelope, or of course tape on boxes or anything like that. She just, that was her happy place. Also, she also chewed up a you know those vertical window blinds, the plastic ones that are just kind of like slats? She chewed up several of those. So she had, I think, a plastic thing. I don't know. Are you the sole creator of Foof and Biku? I am. The stream. Gotta get this Foof belly right. Foof belly is I kind of want to pop the ear out on the side, but I don't know. I gotta figure out a couple things here because I've got, I think, too much. There we go. Let's get the whiskers moved here to be more in alignment. or maybe rough up this. I could just put a heart there. Details in there to make it compelling. Just not working with me today. There we go. Much better. Alright, so there's the pizza. That's a thick crust, so let me just draw a guideline here. That'll keep me in check. Okay, that looks a little not good. So let's fix that. I wonder if it's better to do the wave as opposed to like scallops. I'm gonna go ahead and group all this together. So in case I want to redraw it, we have the ability. Now I have the option here. So I feel like if I do, I've got two ways I can sell the pizza, probably more than that, but this is what's coming to mind initially. I have a ton of pepperoni and it's outlined and filled with red. Or I could do, and this could be gold metal. So if I do that and have the pepperonis filled, now I have that backwards. I could do like little cheesies, which would be the metal colored, and then this pizza at large would be red. But then I feel like this would need to be something else. Otherwise, I make cheese colored pizza with a lot of pepperoni to kind of suggest the heart. I'm really wondering if I need to be more, I don't think I need to be more literal. It can be, it's a slice, it looks enough like a heart. I think that it would be okay. Actually, just read the blog on BQ's website, and BQ is older than me. Oh, that hurts. Okay, another random movie that came on last night, Breaking Dawn Part 2, and it made me realize that the first Twilight movie was made in 2008, which means it's getting very close to being 20 years old. I thought about that and I was like, I don't want to think about that. Because you know, at the end of it, they do like the montage where they're, you know, all of the actors. I know, right? Oh my God, Ariana. I was like, no, surely not. It was 2010. It was something, no, it was 2008. And, God, I remember watching that in the theater and just bursting out laughing with the line about, you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster. Oh my God, that was so funny. But I was like the only one that laughed at that moment in the theater. Her delivery was so clunky and just, it was so bad. But it was just, I mean, it's kind of like one of those movies you just gotta enjoy. If you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna take some fog effects and some cheesy slow-mos, and you're just gonna enjoy it. It's like, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's about 2008. It's gonna be 20 years old soon. I feel like I'm gonna draw each of the pepperonis individually, but I just need to, I gotta make sure that they are roughly the same size. I don't want to run into the same problem I did on Tuxie's Pizza, where I made pepperonis that were like massive. They were like pieces of charcuterie on the pizza. It was bad. Like, why is this pizza bothering me? It's because the pepperoni was not properly sized, and now I have this all nice and Probably Be Cute was born after June. I'm trying to think when, because I had, for the longest time, I had a $20 bill framed on my wall because that was the very first sale I made. It was of a wall scroll. And that was when Be Cute was actually Anime Beach and we were selling anime stuff. And so I framed that and put it on the wall as Be Cute's first sale. And I'm trying to picture what date, because I put the date on it. It was sometime around there, May or June or something like that. All right, let's draw. Let's just pick some random pepperonis to redraw. I'm gonna redraw these guys. Maybe I'll reflect this one. I'll reflect a few. Make it a small, just a teeny weeny bit different. Except this does need to be closed because I am doing an enamel fill. I'm gonna make them a little bit wobbly maybe. I need to redraw all of them because I don't like having these random ones that are what pepperonis are like, especially after it's been cooked, they get all wiggly. They get all kind of, you know, curly and they shrink a little bit. I want to get rid of this one now. All right. Now I have unique pepperonis. So I kind of want to do, so if all of these black lines are going to be metal, so do I want to do mushrooms? Because I'm gonna have white anyway, so Fluke is gonna be white. I'm gonna probably have pink. I might make the pepperonis, well, I'll match the red or whatever color I choose for Fluke's tongue to this, so I don't have an extra color on here. But I'll have brown for the crust, and then I'll have, I think I kind of want to do some mushrooms maybe. I want to move these guys around. Probably should move around the pepperonis too. For another mushy. I might take out those mushrooms. That might be, I don't know, I feel like that could be a little bit too distracting. Let's work on the I'm gonna make it easy on myself and just use this. Connect these two and give me a guideline here. There we go. Well, let's make it a little bit, there we go. Maybe not quite, there we go. Something like that, a little bit of a guideline. Well, that's not too bad. Let's just smooth it out a smidge. That's not too bad. Okay. Now the big issue is my handwriting. All right, so I needed to shift things a little bit over. So I need to start U over here, and I need to have a thinner font, or thinner. I don't want to rotate this whole thing. All right, now we're on Operation Group It All. Because if I don't, that'll be a problem. You've oh, I'm gonna have enough room by a mile. So I think I'm gonna group these words individually so I can shift things a little bit. Oh, I kind of like that pizza is in the middle. Let's move this A over just a bit. Move the pizza here. And let's make pizza bigger. We've got a pizza. My heart. A little bit smaller, move it over just a smidge. This over another smidge. Smidge this. Size up here back. And let's get this floof in here. thinking maybe I'm still deciding on the mushrooms. You've got a piece of my. Let's add some little cheesy little dots, maybe. Got some lines where the pizza's been cut. I don't want to cut lines across the pepperoni. Welcome to the stream. Love you too. I'm torn on the pizza cuts. It kind of adds to the realism, but I maybe will have to lean into this a little bit more and just kind of do this right here. Kind of use this edge that I've already messed up a little bit. And I'm still torn on the mushrooms. I feel like it could break up the design a little bit nicely, but also too much or not too much. I don't know. I like mushrooms, but I honestly don't often get them on pizza. I don't know, it kind of tears up the design a little bit, but I can leave them off to the side and experiment. So the tongue is going to be the same color, so let me think about these colors here for a minute. I think this design is going to be killer. So let's bring this out. Definitely on the finalists for the pins. I'll do a sticker too. Stickers, of course. But let me think about. And it's actually going to be a little bit of the same color scheme because this is pizza too. I've got the crust. I should probably match actually. So this is the wild card. I could have a fifth color that's a little bit of a wild card to offset the others. Let me just go ahead and do this line art. So floof is going to be, let's just get into this. Little floof is going to have his tongue here. And I'm going to go ahead and do all of these pepperonis. See, this is how I know something's up with the blob brush tool specifically, because look, this is the pencil tool, and look at how conservative the anchor points are. I have barely any. This is how it should be. So I know it's not a miscommunication between my stylus tablet in Wacom and the computer. It's something in the program, because if it was a stylus and Wacom issue, this would be a consistent problem everywhere. And it is only on the blob brush. Now I'm going to grab the crust. I'm gonna do some crusty business. I think I'm gonna do this in multiple sections because I just can't. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. My head's been hurting today, so I'm just gonna take it easy. There we go. That's the crust. And so I have two little bits here. I wonder if I should I think it's going to depend on what color I put here. Because I could do a red and a yellow. That's what I'll do. I'll do a like blues right here, red and yellow, little bit to echo. All right, and let's grab our goldy yellow. Go. And this is also going to be my cheese. Now it's time to fold in the cheese. Fold in the cheese. How do you do it? Fold in the cheese. All right. Bloof is colored in. So technically right now this is, this actually, wait a minute here. I may not need a fourth color. I have a fifth color. I think they give you 5 initially. The manufacturer I use gives you a base 5. And I believe it won't cost me anything if I put a blue in here, but I technically don't really need it. And I feel that if I do white, oh gosh, if it's gold, I've got to think of so this is going to be, All right, I'm going to just do my color fill right now because I've got to think, if this is a gold tone metal, I've got to look at my past pins because I don't want this to be too subtle. A gold tone versus the blue, that'll show, but gold on white, silver on white can be a little it just depends. But this is kind of primary colors. So I think this would work, but I mean, I could use white. And that could be nice too. That's cohesive. I'm gonna have to look at my, some of my past pins. I know that, oh, this is my little fidget spinner. I got this, they send, like when I do orders, they send like a little sample of stuff. So they do these gigantic hard enamel fidget spinners. And This one actually has, it's a gold base metal, and it has some, I would call that cream, so it's not gold and white, but I kind of play with this when I'm trying to think. But I've got my others over here. I feel like if it's pizza, it should be gold. So if I do the gold metal, I'll make it look fancy too. I really like this. You've got a piece in my heart. The other option I have to add a little more visual interest is bringing these mushrooms back in, making those white. But I feel like this is kind of okay as it is. It definitely reads pizza to me. Steve, I'm glad you like it. Let me show the other designs, because I haven't showed. All right, so right now I've got Tuxie is, mostly all the line art is done, but I've got, first snacks, I really like that one. And then a kind of a companion piece, but first a nap. These could be really good as stickers. Tea time, definitely sticker. I do have a floof tea time, but I want to do multiple characters. I don't want it to all be floofs. So I've got Momo here, and hold on just a second. Okay, for some reason, let me see if I can refresh, because I don't think chat's working again. Let me just switch. This is so frustrating. See if I can see. I can bring it up in my phone. I get trouble if I do. So I don't have any. Rude chatting. Indeed. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Well, all right, so I've got tea time. I'm debating on that one because I want the extra character, different character, because I've got a Tuxie and then all floofs, but I mean, these floof ones are really good. Definitely on You've Got a Piece of My Heart. I really like 10% coffee, 90% drama. But that could be a good opportunity for an evil landlord instead of a floof. Because I do have and will have her plushies at the booth. So maybe I'll note to I like this one. Yeah, would be great for that one. Yeah. I have her evil coffee hour. I need to think of another expression because I don't want to have almost the exact same pin twice. So maybe maybe I could do a bunch of coffee beans and then her sitting like a dragon on top of it. That's her hoard. And that gives me another idea, my precious. Make a note of that. All right, I'm gonna hit save here, and I think I'll probably end the stream here. I've gotten a lot of good work done here. I'm thinking that I might use some of these as the imprint on my totes too. And just to show you, so I've got these little guys that they've got a pocket on the front. So it's gonna be print here and then logo back here. But I'm gonna have these at the booth, and they're like a little purse size shopper tote. They're super cute. And I could do definitely, like, because I'm gonna get pink, yellow, and blue. I wanted to do one, I was thinking strawberries on pink, but I could do Piece of My Heart on this one. Like right there, and then Be Cute on the back. That could be really fun. And that could sell maybe as a group, maybe as a set with the pin, the plush, tuxie stuff. But you've got a Piece of My Heart right there. And I like that idea. Definitely strawberries on the pink, and still kind of trying to figure out the blue, but it's going to be a double-sided print on that. But yeah, I think I'll go ahead and end the stream here. I did save my work, which was good. I really love that. Let me go ahead and do my ending screen here. There we go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed stream, and I hope you will have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'll be back on Thursday with comics, and gonna endeavor to get this all done today, hopefully, and get some things ordered, or at least in the quoting process. But yeah, thank you so much, Sharon. Yeah, my ibuprofen's definitely kicked in, so I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, thank you, Sharon, Ashwin, Steve, Chris, Ariana. Let's see, who else? Christina, I know you came in here for a while. Dee, all my lurkers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you next time.